Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sarah talks about everything. So what I'm talking about today is I did come across this, like, it's like rusty American flag looking thing, and I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and just repaint it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an equality rainbow flag to support my brothers and sisters in the gay community. The first thing that I did, the LGBTQ community. The first thing that I did is I got one of these from the basement, which is a sandpaper kind of thing to try to, even out all the surface and stuff because it's kind of rusty, like old piece of metal, and just kind of did that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, this might take several times of going it over with, is take this white, what am I doing? This white acrylic, just, I don't know, 85-cent craft paint. You can buy it at any craft store or online. You're just going to squirt it directly on this piece of metal. You can use special paints for this if you want to. You can use, something that would go over it and everything and stuff, but this doesn't have to be perfect. And it'll definitely be better than that. Now I see this American flag decoration not only as not actually an American flag, clearly, and also it was a piece of garbage. It was a found object, found in the trash. Somebody had thrown it away. And so, actually, by the military code of the flag or any flag, if it has been discarded, you're supposed to burn it. So, anyway, it's just a decorative garden object or wall object. It had these little stars on it, but I picked them off a while ago. So, we're going to do, once we get all the white on here, is just kind of wait for this to dry and probably just come back to it after a little while. I'll show you what it looks like once I have it all covered in the white paint. To be honest, it just looks white. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. That's our first step after sanding it just a little bit. Our first step. So we're just going to paint it just white. Okay, so when I come back from the break, I will go ahead and continue. I'll show you all the colors I'm planning to use in my rainbow, and I will continue to show you what you're going to do. It's very simple. But in the meantime, while we let that dry, I'm just going to show you guys our Bob Ross here. This is our second day. And they said not to worry if you don't see anything. Everything looks dry right now. That's really what it looks like. And I put seeds on the chin part too, even though I do not believe it'll necessarily grow, but I do have a spray bottle for that. So when I put the water in here, I'm just going to spray it, mix everything with that little spray bottle. I'll put this back right in here. Okay. Okay. So, when we come back, I'll have everything all lined up. But for right now, I'm going to go eat dinner. Pause. Okay, guys, welcome back to Sarah Talks About Everything. And now that our little middle flag looking guy here is dry, I'm going to start by using the red paint anybody can see. I don't want to give away the product information so much because, you know. But anyway, it's just acrylic craft paint. You can buy it in any craft store. It's 50 cents. I mean, well, no, sorry. It's anywhere from like $1.89 or 89 cents all the way up to like, I don't know, a couple bucks for like there's the shinier kinds. Anyways, this is so easy. So, with this particular way, just because we are doing system, oh wait, is this even? Yeah, that's right. Okay. So this already has lines built into it. So I'm just going to try to follow the line that I can see in my colors here. Red. See, I wrote like R for red already on there, and then just go down through the colors. Everybody knows, or if you're not sure, just so you know, the colors in rainbows goes like this: red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, and violet. So anyway, we had chicken, I think it's called, no, well anyways, it's chicken with brown sauce, mushroom. I used to get it from Lean Cuisine, but Derek makes it from scratch, and it's way better than Lean Cuisine. Okay. Now, got the red almost all the way filled in. The other thing you want to make sure you're doing when you use your paint is that you don't want to keep going over and over the same spot. If it's not necessarily sticking to a specific spot, just move on. You don't want it to really settle in. It can get gummy if you don't let it dry just a little bit. So just let's try to let it dry a little bit. And once it's dry, you can come back and try to go over it a little bit. Especially when you're painting something like metal, because when you're working with different materials, it's always harder to do. Okay. So I'm just going to pause a short second here, and I'll be right back. Pause. Okay guys, hey, welcome back to Sarah Talks About Everything. So I have 2 cups here now that have water in them, and one, which has the paintbrush already in it, is going to be for the water to get the paint off of the brush, and then we'll dry it on a drying rug, which I have on my lap, and then I will also just rinse it in clean water just to make sure we're getting a totally different color, because some of the colors like yellow you want to really be careful about, as you probably are, obviously aware. This is orange. We're going to do orange next. Orange craft paint. You can buy them anywhere. You can buy them at dollar stores. You can buy them at any of your craft stores. You can buy acrylic paint pretty much everywhere and anywhere. You can buy different kinds. You can buy more expensive kinds. You can buy any kind you want, anywhere you want, pretty much. And this is orange. So anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and continue working here until I get all this colored down toward closer to the bottom. And I will, when I get down to the bottom, there are some things I do want to explain on what I'm doing next, and why I'm going to use certain extra colors in my project here. Alrighty. So I think it's really important. One thing I want to do is I want to make sure to really explain part of what I'm doing here. And it's, you know, basically, like I said, I talk about everything. What I want to basically explain right now is my support for the LGBTQ plus community starts as a very, very young person, and a lot of confusion with myself included and other people in my same age group, that we did not, Generation X, we did not talk about gay people as much as we do now. And when I was a kid, those kinds of slurs were just part of our vernacular, our nomenclature, which to me was completely wrong. We should never have been calling people names like that. It's not funny. It never has been funny, and it's not something that needs to continue. So if anybody does still think that, you know, making fun of somebody based on their sexual identity or their sexual preferences is smart, I'm just going to tell you, I don't need you as a subscriber. However, everybody else, please subscribe. Anyway. So I'm going to continue here painting. And when I come back on part 3, we will go over each one of these colors and what it means. In the meantime, have a good day. Twas. Okay, guys. Hey, thanks so much. Hey, I'm holding it upside down. Awesome. So, thanks so much for watching all of this video. So now this is finally done. It's finally finished drawing. So I'm going to tell you what each color means in the pride flag, as the internet states repeatedly. Okay. Red is for life. Orange is for healing. Yellow is for sunlight. Green is for nature. Blue is for magic and art. Indigo is for serenity and harmony. And violet is for spirit. And then this that I painted here is our transgender inclusivity flag. And the brown represents our diversity or inclusivity of all people. And the black represents diversity throughout the entire spectrum here. They're just kind of important now these days, I think, to make sure that we're being inclusive of everybody. I have a lot of stories to share about my past, but for right now, I will let you know that I do have a child that considers themselves a they, them, and that's fine. I don't love they any less. I don't love they anymore. So that's how everybody should be. You can't judge anybody. You don't have the right. Okay? So just be yourself and love. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.